Hey everybody, look what we did. We've got an update on our Chia zombies here. As you can see, life has found the way.
Yeah.
Despite our steadfast attempts to kill it.
I really did try to kill mine.
So this is not what the box looks like. This thing looks like you would cast it in Magic the Gathering for 2 black and 1 green mana. It would be called I don't know. What would this be called? Bloom of Death. And it would be able to fetch 1 permanent from the graveyard. And tap 1 enemy creature. So this is it. This is, I think, what the
they
problem.
Would be 1/1s for sure.
Sure. I think the problem here is that number one, we put this out on the deck for the first week of its life, and it got baked by the sun. It was still warm, and it got frozen at night. Got down like 50 degrees.
The bags
at night.
Got blown off the top.
So it all dried out. So we took them inside. We started watering them, and then this happened. But I think the reason it's very leggy and stocky is because these things are trying to find the light. They're getting starved of. They're not getting appropriate light. Yeah. So I think if we did, you either put this on a sunny sill on the inside and watered it every day, or got a grow light, which is what I'm tempted to do. To do like a round 3 on this thing. I think you would get better, more closer to the box kind of results. Let me see what this thing.
Also, I feel like we need to thicken up the seeds a little bit. You know, there's some patchy parts.
Yeah.
Half of my seeds washed off because the tray at the bottom fills up with water as it seeps out of the ceramic.
Your zombie just got unfortunate female pattern baldness. She's got nothing going on up top.
No, the top is a wasteland.
My guy. Although I think
mine really got baked. I don't know why.
The most successful part of yours is the plants coming out the mouth.
Yeah, I really like that.
But yeah, the head is disgusting. It looks just like maggoty, gross, fucked up skin. By the way,
it is a zombie Chia, so
it is a zombie Chia. Our Q&A app is open and accepting questions.
I think we should take some high-res photos of these and post them online.
Okay, sure. Why not? Get full distress and glory. And I'm going to, as soon as we get back from our Seattle trip, because we're going to go see our boys in Seattle at the end of next week. I think we're going to scour these clean, and I'm going to start it again and see if I can get a full-on Chia by Halloween. That's my goal. By the time we carve pumpkins again, we're going to carve pumpkins again, aren't we?
I think so.
Have you thought about what your design's going to be?
No, I haven't started thinking about Halloween yet.
Well, it's October now. I'm thinking, because I'm making my son a Destiny-based costume. Mm-hmm. He wants to be a hunter with a cloak and everything.
Turn a pumpkin into an auto rifle.
I'm thinking about doing something Destiny related with my pumpkin, because I think he would enjoy that. Plus, it's been my life, so there's that. Why not take the one artistic chance to do something different? No, just do homage to the altar of Bungie.
You'd take one, cut it in half, and make I don't know, the crown of Scrotus or something like that.
Scrotus crown,
whatever it is.
Sure, that'd be cool. You could make a 3-eyed pumpkin, so it looks like the hive. So yeah, there's that. What else? What do we want to talk about? We saw The Martian last night, but I don't want to talk too much about it because as soon as we're done here, we're actually going to do a surprise podcast.
Wow.
And deploy it.
No longer a surprise.
You can get an early review. My advice is if you are all interested in science or science fiction or planetary travel, or if you liked
Apollo 13.
If you liked Apollo 13,
boom,
it's more of that. And cooler versions of that because it's not constrained by the reality. But it did feel very real. Anyway, I feel like we're threatening to tread on the podcast.
Sure. I saw something the other day that piqued my interest for about an hour.
Oh.
Called my90stv.com.
What is that?
It is basically someone has taken, think of the TVs that were around in the 90s, right?
What they looked
like
sets?
the RCA,
sure.
With the built-in speakers on the sides, with the grill
wood cabinet.
Sure. So they took one of those and they stuffed it full of stuff that was around in the 90s. And I presume that this is all pulled from YouTube, but I don't know.
What is all pulled for YouTube?
So it is, the TV is the interface and you have a remote control and you can change channels and I don't know. You get
Oh, so you're saying
and
I
there's
thought
a
you meant
power
they
button.
took the physical artifact, removed the tube, and then stuffed it full terrarium style of
No. I'm just talking. It looks like a
Okay.
TV on the website.
Okay, gotcha.
And they put YouTube videos that play.
Or from
like,
the 90s.
It looks like they're playing somewhere else, and you're just tuning into a feed of whatever's playing in that location. So you'll tune into a channel, you'll change a channel, and it will go to, like, I don't know, Snow's Informer. If you're in 1993,
Yeah.
then go to Snow's Informer, and you'll pick up in the middle of a video or wherever that it happens to be playing at the moment. And it's kind of cool. So it has like cartoons from the day and sports and news and ads. And just like a shitload of music videos. Music from the 90s is real bad. The only shit that holds up is like, and maybe I'm biased, but like Alice in Chains holds up.
The stuff you still listen to this day is the only stuff that holds up?
Pretty much. No. So Alice in Chains, I looked through a whole bunch of these. There's that horrible Boom Shaka Lock song or whatever it was.
But what like I'm thinking like there's some stuff that still comes on. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my jam. Like Paula Abdul from Forever Your Girl, or is it the Straight Up Now Tell Me?
I don't know.
Straight Up Now Tell Me still holds up. I can hear it in my head.
Okay. All right. So the stuff that I found that holds up, Nirvana holds up.
Okay.
I mean, Nirvana is just timeless. For my generation anyway. Alice in Chains holds up, Tool holds up, Tupac holds up, Snoop Dogg holds up.
Okay. So what's an
Not
example of
much
something
beyond
that
that.
didn't hold up?
I mean, Snow's Informer. It's
okay,
terrible.
sure.
Anything
still
from
leaking his boom boom down.
Anything from the boy band Shy. Do you remember Shy?
I do not remember Shy.
They had several of their videos.
I remember Color Me Bad.
I imagine that probably doesn't hold up very well. There was a lot of.
What about Boys to Men? Boys to Men and Belle Biv DeVoe. That stuff's still
so I'm trying to figure out.
Pretty good.
I imagine Boys to Men is probably the best of that genre, and so it would probably hold up well. But I didn't see any Boys to Men on there.
New Kids on the Block.
It might just be a different year because I looked through '93, which I was 11 years old in '93. So
Ace of Base, how about that? Did you go revisit any of those waters?
I didn't see Ace of Base anywhere. No, so it's like a TV, right? You don't get to choose what you're watching. It's just like,
oh shit,
it
really is
channels,
like 90s.
Yeah,
okay.
And it will just play something.
So you don't have any. You don't even know when you're changing channel what it is. It's just a random thing, or is it like a music channel? And can you like watch Save from the Bell?
So they have a checklist.
Saved by the Bell.
You can't really watch.
Save from the Bell is a different thing.
I mean, you can watch shows, but it's very limited. It's not like the whole show. Like I saw a Tupac video interview with Arsenio Hall. Wait, other way around. Arsenio Hall interview with Tupac.
Right.
Which was awesome, but it was only like a 5-minute snippet of Arsenio that night. It wasn't like the whole episode, right? Because I guess you can't get away with putting that stuff on YouTube.
Probably
and if you
not.
do, it'll just disappear quickly.
So I watched a lot of Arsenio when I was growing up.
Did you?
Yeah, that was like the first kind of talk show.
Yeah.
And I remember the dog pound, the whole woof 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 thing. Yeah. And I remember his fingers being freakily long. Like when he would steeple his fingers together, it was like some kind of alien architecture.
It's like Charles Barkley doing that.
I don't. Does I think Charles Barkley has sausage fingers for some reason.
Sausage fingers?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a basketball player, I assume.
But he was known as the round mound of rebound. I mean, he was never a svelte fellow.
Sure, but I mean, Shaq is too. But I'm sure he's got some long ass fingers.
Yeah.
But you're saying comparatively narrow like, as well,
kind of
like piano player fingers.
You know, I also this about John Oliver, since he read a tweet about his horrific spidery fingers. I cannot unsee that. But it's like that only probably 50% longer and more spidery in case of Arsenio.
Damn.
He's just got really long, slender spider fingers.
Yeah.
All right.
So that stuff holds up. I just thought it was interesting you can click, so you can choose a year, right, from the 90s. So you can say like, I want to go to 92 or 97 and see only stuff from that year. And it will take you through a little time travel expedition. I enjoyed it.
We got a question from Fernando Rodriguez here. Hey guys, what did you think of the Emmys and Game of Thrones sweeping all the awards, deserving or not?
I think that's silly.
No, for
this year?
No, but that's the way it goes, kind of. You know, I feel like by the time a show starts winning awards, its glory years are a lot of times behind it. And I'm not saying that about Game of Thrones. I'm not saying not about that Game of Thrones too, because honestly, I have no idea what happens next. But it could be that we'll look back and see that peak Game of Thrones is season 3 and 4. So
yeah,
no, I don't think the last season was anywhere near sweep worthy, but it's not terrible. And I feel like
at stuff like The Leftovers, you know, getting left out.
Yeah.
Well, not totally, but Carrie Coon especially.
Right. No,
like that's egregious.
And I do feel like the Emmys, for whatever reason, is worse than like the Oscars, probably because its scope is so big and just the way you nominate people, and it tends to lend itself to more bullshitty results. Like, I'm glad that John Hamm finally won an Emmy.
Oh, did he?
But it's kind of crazy that
is it for Mad Men or something else? He did?
It is for Mad Men. It's like for the
Lincoln,
Gentleman's
Mercedes commercial.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like, I'm glad he won one. If he didn't win one, was that mean that he sucked?
No.
Like, you know, it's always been, I kind of thought the Emmys were bullshit when I found out that The Wire never won anything for acting or directing or writing. And it's like, wow, that's kind of impressive. And then, you know, Mad Men was cursed to go against Breaking Bad every year, and it's hard to go against Breaking Bad season 4 and 5 and try to do anything. With Bryan Cranston, and then they started even packing the guests full. So I think award shows are fun, and I get excited when my favorite shows win, especially when their shows are underappreciated, because I feel like that gives them attention, and the more attention they get, the more money they'll get. The more money they get, the more likely they'll keep making them. But other than that, it's just like, especially the Emmys, it seems like there's just a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, I don't pay a lot of attention to them.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch occasionally, but
let's talk about the commission podcast. Do you have any updates on that? We had a couple of people swing a hammer and just make Pulp Fiction, and what was the other one?
Firefly's not quite there yet.
Pulp Fiction is done. It is, someone's cashed in like 160 subbable coupon bucks and crushed it.
The Shining is the other
Shining was the other one. I think our friend Jenny from Breaking Bad Fan Fest fame is the one that swung the hammer on that, because she had some subbable bucks that she cashed in.
Firefly's down to 5.
So we're 5 away. I started rewatching Firefly 3 nights ago.
Okay.
Because Cecily has never
preemptive rewatch.
Well, it's been on our list because Cecily's never seen it, and then when she found out how close it was, she's like, "Well, now's the perfect time because you can have it all fresh in your memory."
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna do a full rewatch too.
Are you?
It's only 10 episodes.
Yeah,
I'll probably watch the movie too. I don't know. I've got so much to watch because, speaking of award shows, probably gonna be doing some kind of thing at the end of the year,
like we did last year.
Yeah,
we're thinking about making it better, bigger.
So I have a lot of TV to watch between now and whenever we record those.
Sure.
So but I mean, this Firefly cast isn't gonna come out until next year, right? I mean, we have so many in the hopper right now.
We have 12 right now. Even if we record one a week, that's 3 months worth. So yeah.
So yeah, I have till New Year at least to watch this thing, but I'm definitely gonna do a rewatch.
It holds up. It's been 5-6 years since I've seen the whole thing, and the one thing I'm noticing is how kind of like childish Mal is. Stuff that I didn't really pick up before. He's like almost a stunt, and he's like stunted and stuck in adolescence. Probably, you assume, because he was in the war for independence, and he probably went in at a young age, and the horrors of war, et cetera, et cetera. But like the way he interacts with Inara is just like, oh Jesus, dude.
Yeah,
and she's so long suffering with this bullshit too.
Yeah,
but no, it definitely holds up. And also from a budget standpoint, they really hit the sweet spot between like the effects and the sets and things that they use. Like even when they go to planets, it's like, it looks futuristic sci-fi Western town, and it still holds up. It doesn't look like, oh, this is a bullshit cheap set.
Okay, that's good to know.
The one thing that is distracting is like, remember when we went to see Starship Troopers, the Riff Tracks version? The Riff Tracks guys pointed out that all the uniforms in Starship Troopers are the exact same uniforms that the Alliance troops wears in Firefly. They literally just took the helmets and the chest pieces and spray painted them like a neon purple. But they are recognizably the Starship Trooper uniforms, and now it's like that's a really weird.
I wouldn't have
Bender universe. I Yeah, so I guess those aren't like they look like it. They bought like cargo containers full of these costumes as a budget saving measure. And hey, you know, so
reuse props,
recycle, reuse, reduce.
Yep.
I felt like there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I do have another topic, and I'm kind of hesitant about bringing this because this is one of these stereotypical kind of crazy bald move things.
Okay. I don't think people will complain about that.
All right. Well, so this is Cecily and I came up with this the other night because Cecily's mom loves murder mysteries.
Okay.
Like she's been hinting that she would like for one of her birthdays to like you know what these murder mysteries do?
Parties that you
throw a party and there's someone that's
like
kind of
Clue, except
someone's kind of like the game master and they're like, oh, we found the body and here's all your roles and your backgrounds, and it's kind of like a stage play that you inhabit.
Yeah.
And I jokingly said we could have a real life one if like I just shit in her sink, like at the next big family get together, because they have a big one, like 25, 30 people show up. I just shit in the bathroom sink.
It's an episode of Always Sunny.
And then someone comes in, it's like, who shit in the sink? And it's like, and then
no one's leaving here until we figure out who shit in the sink.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what would happen. I don't care what your family dynamic is. Like we started thinking, like, what if you have a dysfunction? Like you guys are kind of like fighting, you argue about politics, like that feeds into it. If you're just like the standard, you know, nuclear type, everybody loves like rock, you know, what's that dude? The guy who painted all the Saturday Evening Post stuff, Norman Rockwell. Like you're a Norman Rockwell painting of a family. That certainly livens things up.
So the key, I think the key to that is you have to do it at a time when it could be plausible that anyone could have taken the shit. It can't be during dinner. You can't get up, oh, I need to excuse myself, and then go shit in the sink.
There's strategy to that.
Yeah.
And also, like, there's strategy to, if you're the first person that finds the shit, do you, because if you come out,
you're the person who does the shit, do you find the shit?
Right?
Yeah.
Like you wait 10 minutes and then you go back in like, who shit the sink? So we thought it was like to plan this, to get it out in the American consciousness, you can't just say like, hey, we need to play the who shit the sink game. So we looked up the French translation and it's Qui Chier L'évier. Qui Chier L'évier. Who shit the sink? And so you planned this with like your siblings. And the other thing was like, okay, actually shitting in the sink is probably too much. Turns out on Amazon, you can get really realistic human shit, fake shit for like $8-9.
You can get it from the set of The Martian as well.
You can also get liquid feces smell, and you can get chocolate frosting. So you kind of smear some on the edge. And also we thought like if you wanted to really take it, so here's some touches to really take it to the next level of who shit the sink. You use the chocolate frosting to spell out who shit the sink in the mirror, the bathroom mirror. So it's like a horror show, right?
Oh, this is a bathroom sink, not a kitchen sink.
I think kitchen sink's ballsy. If you think you can get away with deploying,
well, so it's ballsy
because I'm thinking this is like Thanksgiving, Christmas, July 4th weekend, something like that.
Yeah, the big family reunion.
Yeah. Like, you know, and again, 20 years from now, it's like, I think it would be kind of a fun thing where like everybody's like up, like, ooh, who's going to shit the sink this year? Who's going to be the one? Yeah. Maybe there'll be multiple sink shitters and who gets there first. But you can't just like within 5 minutes walk in the door, shit the sink. So there's a little gamesmanship there. I mean, finally, you're getting into it. All right. I thought you're gonna leave me here on an island. No,
I'm all aboard, man.
What are some other things?
Ferry's leaving town.
What are some other things you could do to make this more of a? Because I mean, again, it is like who shit the sink? who was pissed off at the host the last time? Was there any bad blood? What's the motivation?
You seed it for a year, right? You stir up a little bit of shit, no pun intended, at like Thanksgiving, and then when everybody comes back for Christmas, then you shit the sink. And everybody's pointing fingers. Well, we had that argument last time we were here, and
Bobby, I know it was you. You had the attitude from last time. You didn't like my statements about Donald Trump for president. You shit the sink, just admit it. Yeah, the thing is the fake shit, I don't know if it'll hold, because like if you really shit the sink, people get down to the bottom of that. The truth will be uncovered
because somebody has to clean it up.
if it becomes a fake turd and people realize it's a fake turd, then I feel like that it's more of like a practical joke prank. But the other hand, I don't.
Then it's like,
I can't really
who
condone.
shit the sink?
Yeah, and I really want more of an urgency. Like, the ultimate would be to really kill a family member, and then you actually have to figure it out. But you can't. That's illegal. I don't think it's illegal to shit a sink.
You want real
tension. It's in poor taste, sure, but it's not illegal. You want real tension. You want palpable tension. You want the host to be upset. You want people to issue angry denials. How dare you accuse me? Like that kind of thing.
Huh. So I feel like you've got to wait until people have had a few drinks, because then that really ramps things up.
And eat some food.
Okay, yeah.
But also you don't want, I mean, is it ideal to get in there in the post-Thanksgiving dinner rush? Like, you know, where that bathroom's going to be steady occupied for the next hour? You like to slide in there? Because, you know, it's the thing. If someone walking in right behind you, did you shit the sink? No, I noticed that too. It was weird. I was going to go talk to whoever.
So can you do a double sink shit? Could you make the kitchen sink or the bathroom sink, whatever, do that first sink, wait till everybody finds it and is arguing about it,
and then you shit the kitchen sink.
Shit the other sink.
A serial shitter. That's just diabolical. That's where you get, like, you know, when this becomes a charming family game in 20 years, that's where the real gamesmanship comes. The follow on sink shittery.
I think so.
Because you could have a conspiracy. Conspirasink is what they call it.
Conspiracy shit.
All right, I don't know how much more legs this thing's got, but
I don't know. Let's find out what the audience thinks.
Honestly think yeah, no, not really, Daniel. Daniel says, I came in this conversation late and the first thing I hear is shit in the sink. This has to be good. Do you think, because I'm willing to try this, I'm willing to spend the $10 on Amazon necessary to get the fake shit smell and the chocolate frosting to give a little bit of realistic smear. I'm willing to try this at the next Hubbard Thanksgiving party, mostly because it's not going to be at my house.
Okay.
Although that's a good ploy too. If you host it yourself, you shit the sink. No one suspects that.
Especially if you're irate about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can come in like with a real head of steam.
Disrespect my house. I invited you people over to have a nice Thanksgiving meal, and you shit the sink.
It's like you start blaming their children.
Oh yeah.
I know it was you little shit. You're a shink sitter if I've ever a shink sitter. You're a shink sitter if I've ever seen. That's what I'd sound like if I was authentically, a few beers / glasses of wine in Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But
I like it.
Yeah,
I think this is a good.
I just feel like, the tone I'm going for is the actual shit, but what would actually be fun is the fake shit. But I just don't know if the murder mystery aspect of it will ensue.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, what is the fake shit like? Is it plastic, or
you want to see it?
Is it made of some sort of biological material?
No.
Soil.
I think the high end, because there's actually it's got like it says like it's premium
shit,
and I think it's latex.
Some primo shit you got there.
It's latex, the same technology that brings you a real doll.
I think as soon as somebody busts out the gloves and goes to pick it up, they're gonna realize, oh, it's just a.
But what if you warm it? I mean, latex, but you can fuck latex or no, silicone. I think it's silicone.
So you warm it up. But I think it's like a firmness thing, right? Like depending on, I've never felt a shit, like a real shit. So
is there any way you could make?
Maybe I just wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I can't. I mean,
would you know what human shit feels like?
I'm a father, so
you know what
I would
dog
know.
Shit feels
I would
like.
know what
everybody knows what that feels like.
Yeah, no, I know what like a 2-year-old's shit feels like.
Yeah, that's very different than Uncle Johnny shitting in the sink.
Oh shit! I made everything go away. Amazon fake poop. Yep, that's what I'm searching for. Amazon. Oh nope, Amazon fake. Amazon fake poop.
Can you sell fake items on Amazon? Yes, you can.
Fake poop on everything else. We should probably find a way to put this on the big screen.
It's a little.
Pick a charity. No thanks. Let's see. How do we do this? This would be like the live watch screen probably. Then we add a window region. Oops.
Yeah, you have to disable the overlay.
Oh yeah, all that stuff.
All sorts of stuff.
Yep, that's fake poop, baby.
Yeah, but it looks a little too soft serve for me. Like,
yeah, this is not the premium fake poop. So if you party poop or fake human poop, where's the premium?
Domagron. Oh, Domagron premium fake
premium
poop.
fake poop. This is the one I'm thinking about. That's giving you
that's pretty gross.
That like that's sitting in the sink. That's kind of
With
has the ring of authenticity
and the smell especially coming off of it.
Yeah, and I think that's also
The
So you can get all you throw the cockroach in for 1906. That's
no.
This is a bottle of liquid ass.
Nobody just shits out a cockroach.
Well, that's how nasty it is. The cockroaches come.
I mean,
calling.
how long did you think that shit's been sitting there then? Hobo farts have been compressed and liquefied by an even person.
Then mixed with 4-week-old milk that's been mixed with skunk ass and sweaty kangaroo pouch.
Oh,
that's I was reading the reviews and the people
smells like ass.
Yeah, the people are actually legitimately horrified. And like there's stories of people spilling it in their car.
Oh, no.
And like I'm sure a lot of this is fiction. But it's really I spent a good hour the other night laughing at people's reviews of liquid ass. So yeah,
that's perfect because I feel like the 1-2 punch of the sight and the smell
is
what is really going to sell it.
And if you like I said, you somehow warm it up to like human body temperature, so when people feel it, it comes. I mean, that's going to sell it too. If this thing comes out steaming 98.6. Then even if you think that's fake but it smells like ass and you you touch it like through even through like toilet paper or it's gonna be bad.
You'll know.
But also it's like I wonder if there's a way to make more of a biological, like some combination of peanut butter and oatmeal and chocolate and peanuts.
Could ask the angry video game nerd. He's made a lot of shit in his day.
Has he?
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
He covered Bugs Bunny's face and shit. Dropped a big shit. The angry video game nerd.
I've not. See, I'm not familiar with his works.
Oh well.
So what is this?
He frequently shits on things. I mean, that's his whole shtick. Is he? Well, he doesn't literally shit on things as a shtick, but he's angry.
Oh.
And so occasionally he'll get so angry he'll want to take a shit on something.
Does he really do that though?
No.
Oh, so it's more
no. Although I did really see some. Speaking of my 90s TV.
Okay.
There's this guy named G.G. Allen who likes who likes to punk rock and spread, like take a shit on stage and spread it on his face and punch audience members and act like a lunatic. And one of his videos was playing. So
he's just making German porn, essentially.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
German shit and punch porn.
All right.
It was fucked up.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we have a recommendation based on this conversation. I can only assume. Anthony Basish says you guys need to watch the Italian movie Salo. It's right up your alley. All right. I gotta quit hitting that keyboard.
Never heard of it.
Salo. I'm not even gonna wait. I'm gonna actually look it up. See if I can find 120 Days of Sodom.
Oh Jesus.
Oh wow. The story's in 4 segments inspired by Dante's Divine and Comedy. The circle, the ante inferno, the circle of Manias, the circle of shit, and a circle of blood.
Oh, I've seen this.
Have you?
Yeah.
What is it?
I saw a really shitty copy of it.
Is there any other kind?
I guess not. Yeah. No, this is fucked.
Man, I hate to think that just because I wanted to shit the sink, my family's get together, that I'm into relentless sadism, sexual depravity, and horrific murder.
Yeah, not
2 out of 3, sure, but horrific murder. I mean, I draw the line somewhere.
I mean, you can just eat peanut butter. You don't have to eat chocolate and peanut butter, but they go well together.
Nope, never seen that. Would this be fall in line? Because that's the one thing I've not dipped my toe into horror water. Like, what's this new? The green monster, the green inferno. Like you're all hot to see this because it's an Eli Roth torture porn film, and I saw it. I'm like, no fucking way.
Yeah,
no fucking way do I want to just see pointless cruelty, man inflicted on man. You throw an evil spirit behind it all. Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, I'm not in that.
I don't know. There's some sort of curiosity with this stuff, and I like just how depraved people get, and especially when it's committed to film like this. I'm like, Who's the guy who comes up with this idea and decides I'm going to make that thing?
Well, I'm the guy who just tried to create the next American heartwarming family game shit.
You're the guy who wants to
Qui Chier L'évier. But the sit-ins, they recruit 4 teenage boys to act as guards and 4 young soldiers called studs, cockmongers, or occasionally fuckers, who are chosen because of their big penises. I think it's funny that there's like the very clinical term penis in this plot description.
Chosen because they're swinging dicks.
All right, I don't know. I'll have to I'll have to see how bad this gets. But yeah,
oh great,
sure.
Great. We've got
vacuum in the hallway.
We've got
people shitting the sink.
Gangster rap next door being pumped through the walls.
Yeah, your new neighbor's kind of a dickbag.
Yeah, seems like it.
Like they like to wake up and just blare music. It's not for very long though.
No, it's like a getting ready for work ritual or something.
I wonder if that's what it is, because I know that like there's been times like, okay, if this doesn't stop in 5 minutes, I'm going across and I'm knocking on doors. I'll be like, can you turn your fucking shit down?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna shit in their sink.
I don't really care as long as it's not late. I don't give a shit. Because it's really only in this room. Like I can barely hear it out in the living room. Oh, really? Yeah. Well,
the other thing is it's like right up against a studio, so if it's time to record, I'd also, that's the other thing. See, well, you're a lot more easygoing than I am. Right. But yeah, I've also.
But then again, I also like to watch things like Silo. So
I've also got the guts of 2 Game Boy 3DS XLs in my lap here because my son broke his 3DS earlier this year by being careless with it, and I got a used one for cheap, but it didn't have his fancy. Where is it? He has like this. He had a fancy like Pokemon edition. So I've taken all of the cool custom casework off of that, and I'm trying to transplant it onto the working copy and his memory card, because this weekend is his birthday. It's his 9th birthday. And we are going back to Indianapolis. There's a laser tag joint. But this is like, because I think of laser tag as kind of lame. This is cool because it's like multiple, it's huge, and it's like dark, and they pump it full of like fake smoke, fog. Yeah. And they have visible green lasers. So it's like Star Wars shit, like just laser bolts going back and forth. And you've also got objectives. Like each team has a base where they have like this big infrared receiver that's like one looks like a satellite and one looks like a nuclear reactor, that if you can infiltrate into their base and penetrate, you can shoot their thing and blow it up for like 3,000 points. Whereas each kill is like, I don't know, 500 points or something.
Imagine how cool these arena type games are going to get with VR.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
you could be in
10 years from now, you'll just have like, instead of 16 boys running around and girls running around the room,
laser packs and guns,
you'll just strap them on the helmet. And it's sad because
gun.
You've taken like a bunch of 9-year-olds, getting sweaty and running around, and you turn them into even more couch potatoes.
Oh, I was going to say just let them run wild.
Oh,
so
they're running
arena.
around in actual rooms constructed of plywood and whatnot.
Exactly, but it looks like a fucking fantasy land.
Now that I like.
Yeah,
I didn't like the idea of like a bunch
just sitting in chairs,
bunch of dudes sitting in chairs doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the videos of people doing VR?
I haven't watched them though.
It's really funny because you know how douchey people look when they're on a Bluetooth headset, talking to no one and having a conversation with apparently no one. It's like that times 10 when you watch them fucking around with VR, because they're like, it's like watching a guy walk into a cobweb from 100. It just looks like they're losing their mind for no reason. That's kind of the whole thing. And we noticed that too. Like when we went to PAX like 2 years ago and they were debuting the first kind of beta versions of the Oculus. Yeah. People doing VR look really weird. Like it's not something that looks cool.
No, it's meant for, as far as I can tell, it's meant for your home, right? So like you just have your room where you go sit and play your VR games and nobody watches you, anything like that. But I was listening to Giant Bomb. They have some fucked up ideas with what to do with this stuff.
Oh, like
this
what?
Technology. Like, if you're living in a dorm and your buddy passes out drunk on the couch, you strap a VR helmet to his head with a program where the side of the dorm is ripped out and there's an open portal to hell. Yeah. And you wake him up and go, oh my God, dude!
Yeah.
And he freaks the fuck out.
Okay. Sure. That's like kind of like the digital version of Jackass where they would wake up that poor guy's dad.
Yeah. And his house is like upside down or some shit.
Sure. Yeah, that would work.
There's a lot of
I thought they're going to go with the ultra realistic 3D porn angle.
That too. Yeah.
That's definitely happening.
Oh, that'll be the first thing to happen.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Have you seen that? Jesus. Fleshlight, Fleshlight.
Sure.
It's a flashlight you can fuck if you're a dude.
Indeed.
It's the opposite. It's the literal opposite of a dildo.
Mm-hmm.
They make this thing that you can strap an iPad to it, and they have a whole bunch of different programs that are essentially like the lower half of a girl.
Okay.
So when you're fucking a fleshlight, it'll look like this much of a attractive woman that you can be plowing into.
Is it like?
And if
is it a still image? Is it?
No, it's just a routine. Yeah.
thrusting?
It's a routine, and you can get like there's molds of like porn stars actually genitalia.
Yeah.
And I think
there's molds of like monster.
Yeah, you can also get the zombie girl and the dragon girl,
aliens
for the other kin, so the other kin can have fun because they need to get off too. But supposedly you can sync it up with the real life. I don't know. I'm not that into the scene. There's nothing wrong with the scene, other than you're fucking your iPad. But if that's what you need, but I'm saying like if dudes are buying that, and if they're marketing and selling it, I'm assuming it is being consumed and sold.
I would guess
that the VR sexing is going to be fairly revolutionary.
What I'm waiting for, what do you
think that'll do to like long distance relationships? You can strap a VR helmet to your head, and
I assume it'll help.
She's got the tab and you've got the slot,
mm-hmm.
and like you said, some kind of like really realistic 3D mapped view of your honey, and you can like meet in 3D space and essentially mutually masturbate. Teledildonics.
I don't know why that wouldn't be a good thing.
Okay. What were you going to say?
I was going to say I'm waiting for the day when. So very recently, I saw an article about how they just connected someone's arm for the first time and had it moving and everything via their brain.
Yeah.
Like they linked into their neural network.
Not just a monkey anymore.
And they're doing that with legs too. So like, and it was accurate, right? He could tell, like he could feel, like they'd say, okay, like how many fingers, like,
wow.
Tell me which finger I'm touching.
Wow. And
then they would touch two to try to fool him. And he'd be like, you're touching both of my fingers. And like, he could tell to that level of precision. I'm thinking like, man, 20, 30 years from now, how much of that is going to move into like private use? Probably not a ton of it in 20 years, but I can see that becoming the thing where we're all just, we're strapping on a helmet instead of showing us something. It's just tapping into our our optical nerves and showing us things.
Or also like
physical nervous
imagine
system.
the exploration potential for that. Like you drop one of these droids down into a trench in the ocean, and you can actually have tactile feel of things, or you are on a different planet. I don't know what that would look like, because Mars has a 9-minute, like an 18-minute round trip. So it's like, I don't know what it would be to have that buffered and that kind of thing. Because I guess it's already kind of a trip. It's one of the reasons the rovers go so slow is because, you're driving with a 9-minute delay or whatever.
Yeah,
but I think that would
be 9 minutes later,
that would be kind of interesting to see. I don't know how you'd buffer that feedback though, but it seems like it would be great for exploring things like that.
Yeah.
Or like bomb defusal. Bomb defusal,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bomb defusal is a great one. But like once you can provide the sensation of your entire body, sight, sound, feeling.
You got a robot working on the edge of a volcano and everything's good until the robot falls into lava and suddenly, God, I'm burning.
Yeah, maybe cut off the pain sensors there.
When it's real in your mind, your body will make it real, Neo, and lava just starts shooting at your ass.
Yeah, except when you get, I don't know, shot. But that's the thing, right? Like as soon as you can get sight, sound, touch, taste, all of those things in there, smell is the fifth. Love is the sixth element.
Yeah.
Or love is the fifth element, right? There's earth, wind, water, fire. Heart is the fifth, both in Captain Planet and Bruce Willis.
All set forth as Captain Planet.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's going to be a super cool day, but this is kind of a first step to that, I guess.
All right. Well, that got kind of highbrow at the end.
Yeah. I got to bring it back around. Can't leave shit in the sink.
Let's see. There's this nyapocalypse.com. Let's check that out. This is
NYZ
supposedly a cooler
apocalypse.com.
version of the laser tag arena concept.
New York Zombie Apocalypse.
Oh, you know what? I think I've seen this like at zombie shows and stuff. Like when we've gone to the zombie conventions, where
Yeah, if it's what I think it is.
yeah, I think this is essentially like they'd have people to dress up as zombies, and you shoot them with either laser guns or maybe even paintballs.
Yeah, this is. It said lasers above, so the weapons.
Yeah, yeah. Can you get 8 kids to play it for like $120? Because if so,
45 minutes, be brief train and thrust into the apocalypse.
Yeah,
with only a fleshlight and an iPad. Wait, no.
Oh, 35. The base package is $35 per person for 45 minutes is not bad.
It's cool. That's like go-kart prices, right?
Sure, like high-end go-kart prices.
Yeah,
sure. And you got the zombie walkthrough. So that's just, you don't have weapons. You just, it's a scare. It's a haunted house. Great for kids and families.
Great for people in New York.
Well, thanks for that recommendation. We will, like I said, he's a little young for that, and also I just went to my first haunted house last year.
He's young, you're too old.
All those things are true.
Damn.
So we gotta go do New York zombie laser tag, and I also have to see 100 Days of Sodom apparently.
No, I really don't think you should watch that.
No,
you would
don't
not
think I'd
like it. No.
All right.
Not even from a curiosity angle. I don't think you'd like it.
Okay. Well, we will have later out today a Martian podcast
and Kung Fu Fridays. Did Kung Fu Friday drop
Kung Fu Friday?
Yet?
Yeah, we watched The Protector 2 and did a riff tracks of it, and it's.
Is that out yet?
No, it'll be.
Okay.
I'll get it out as soon. And also, it's gonna be tons of content. We got the American Horror Story preview cast coming out later today too.
4 things on Friday.
Too much.
Now
Too much.
Fill your weekend with Bald Move, apparently.
Yeah, and fill your sink with Qui Chier L'évier. It's the latest party game sweeping the nation. All right, we'll be back next week for more shits and more sinks. Until then, I'm A.Ron.
See you guys.
Bye bye.